What is up, everybody, and welcome back to a beautiful day. Actually, it has rained the night before, and let me tell you, it is just, the temperature is amazing and everything's just beautiful today. So one thing, just as a recap, if you're new to the channel, we are building a Cummins swapped Jeep, the Wrangler over there, the 94. We are popping this 6VT Cummins into it. One of the things we have just done is we have got the camshaft in the last video, the tappet cover on and all sealed up. The only thing left to do on this head part is to adjust the valves. So that's the only thing left to do up here, and obviously get the valve cover powder coated, but all that can wait for another day. So today what we've got in store is I got this turbo from my cousin. It's the stock turbo that came on this, but these manifolds, there's a threaded part where you've got threads, and then there's an open part that takes the bolt. This manifold from the factory comes flipped to where this flange is pointed down. I have flipped it up for a higher setting turbo. So what I ended up doing with these is I pulled the studs out of the turbo, and I had one of the threads that were messed up, so I cut it off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread these into this part here, get them as tight down as I can, and then I will slip the turbo over top and tighten them down with these nuts right here, and then we'll find through bolts for the bottom. I drilled out the top of the turbo so it will sit down nice and flush like that. And yep, should be pretty good right there. And you can see how that puts the turbo up a little bit instead of hanging down. This turbo will sit up like that, and then we can stick our housing on right like that, or however we want it. If we want to come down a little bit, something like that maybe, and then have our charge pipe, you know, coming out this way. I've got this that will attach to it, so we can run it down, or we may need a sharper angle on here, I'm not sure. Okay, so I've doubled up the nuts on this side here, you can see, and I'm going to stick some anti-seize. These exhaust bolts really like to get crusty, so just so it comes out with ease.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
This is called a twin scroll flange, which means you see it's got the separation. This is the same thing. It's got a separation right here. On the turbo, you can see there's separation too. All right, things are starting to get real now. We have got the turbo mounted, which is amazing. It's like up here we have a better angle to reach stuff. That, my friends, is a beautiful, beautiful sight. They're 13s, so gonna loosen these up a little bit, and see about spinning this casing around. We can. There we go.
It sound right, boy.
That's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect up and down, but you need the oil feed line at the top and the drain at the bottom. Obvious physics there. And then we just go ahead and tighten these back up. Quick update, I am about to head out, well, get cleaned up and head out to a place called Sushi Queen in Sterling, Virginia with my cousin. Gonna meet him there and a few others. But before I went, I just finished, I ran out and got some bolts here. So we've got the whole turbo bolted on securely, and it's looking great. Have everything situated and tightened down where we need it. Couldn't be more happy with the way that turned out. And then you'll remember the turbo housing was purple. I have used this stuff. It's called Zip Strip. And let me tell you, it worked really good on powder coat. So there's just a little bit in here was tough to get, but everything else just came off. I let it sit there for probably 30 minutes on there, and it pulled the powder coat, which is pretty tough stuff to get off with, you know, stripper stuff. So anyways, that worked out amazing though. And so yeah, I'm very stoked about that. So one other thing right here, already wrapped it up to keep dust out, but this is the part I showed you guys earlier that comes out here for the intercooler piping. Sorry if I had something on my mouth this whole time. Was eating some spicy sweet chili chips. So this is ready to powder coat as well. So it's going to be Jamaican teal. So I'm kind of getting everything ready to powder coat because it is kind of a big process. And I have this right here that comes down and kind of keeps all the powder in a specific area. I'm gonna try to get a couple things like the turbo housing, the compressor side, the valve cover. I need to take to my cousin's and have him sandblast it, and powder coating this. So that's 3 items. And then we also have this oil cooler, which I need to take off, and we'll be powder coating that as well. And I think that'll probably be it for the powder coating. I need to get those done, preferably while I have some downtime. We are back in the garage. What we're working on now is we have the injection pump. I ordered a few things in the mail. We'll get into that package and we'll start with this package here. But there is a nut on the front of this P pump, and this nut comes out, and it's pretty much looks like that. Let me pull it all out for you. So looks something like this. Now this is the stock one here, and this one apparently lets whatever cylinder or something in here move. It lets it open up more, so it allows more fueling into the however the injection pump works. It allows more fueling in there. So that was a must that my cousin said, hey, you need to get this. And that is, just so you guys know, from XDP Diesel. So that was something I got from XDP Diesel. This next package, another Cummins sticker, another watch out. But this one is from Gino's Garage. And what we have here is another gasket. This one's in very good condition, but just as an insurance to make sure that I don't have to replace this again, we're gonna go ahead and put a new one in. It was a couple bucks. So that was from Gino's Garage, and this part from XDP Diesel. So we're just gonna get right to it. Okay, so we've got it out, and you can see it looks a little different. If you hold these up side by side, you can see that this one protrudes out just a little more than this. I hope you can see this, but there is about 1/8 of an inch or so more throw. And right like that, we've got this all wrapped up. All right, so I just went to try to put the injection pump in, and it appears that we are hitting this oil feed line fitting. So we're hitting it on the head right here. You can see that little spot. So under more investigation, I have just realized that on the fitting down here, that blue fitting for the oil feed line to the injection pump, which is right here, they sell a kit that relocates it on the outside. So I'm assuming one of either here or here, I would assume. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm going to pull this injection pump back off and put a plug over there where that feed line was. And this one right here actually goes to the vacuum pump, which goes right here, but haven't put that in yet. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull the injection pump off, and then we'll lock in that spot over there. I have just received a couple things in the mail. One being a oil drain fitting for the turbo, which is AN fittings. Alright guys, I am getting ready to not have a whole lot of time to work on this. and I was hoping to get more done in this video. I was hoping to get the vacuum pump on and pretty much all tidied up, and I was hoping to get the oil pan on and all wrapped up as well. But that is indeed not going to happen because I'm not going to have time to work on it, and I'd rather get this video edited and on the channel so you guys have more content to see. But let's cover one thing that I did do here. If you can see this P pump, well, let me get my phone light out here. So this P pump right here uses a bracket right here, and typically these come with a bracket that goes up, connects, and then somehow connects to the vacuum pump somewhere down over here. So, however, I had some, I think this is like 1/8" steel, not sure, but I welded up a couple pieces of it. This P pump is now secured. If you can see the bolt right there, securing it, it's not going anywhere, and then it's got 2 screws into the block itself. And then what I had to do down here is I drilled a hole and welded a bolt onto the back, and it's running through, so it's welded on really nice and good, and that will actually go right here and hold the vacuum pump on. The point, and then, you know, screw it down. The point of having this bracket here is to keep the timing case. This, you know, the P pump's very heavy, and with all the vibrations, it'll crack this timing case. And same with the vacuum pump. Even though it's not as big, it still can crack the timing case, which we don't want, because then we've got to rip everything back off, and that's a huge pain, including the cam shaft would have to come back out. So made this up, it should work. It's very secure, so excited about that. So I was hoping to get all that on in this video, but that's just not gonna happen. So I'm gonna end the video here. Let's see. Oh, I did order the P pump timing gear. That is actually ordered and on its way. It's already shipped. So the timing gear for the P pump will be in hopefully either the end of this week or next week, and then we'll be able to get the whole motor timed to perfect timing. And then if we want to go with some positive degree or negative, I can't remember, but I think it's advanced timing. Sometimes these P pumps on the 24 valves really like advanced timing, but we'll see. Because I am stock valve springs, I don't want to get too crazy with everything, but anyways, we'll figure that out later on. So that is kind of where we're at. Everything is just looking super rad, like the turbo combination. I am going to be heading to my cousin's maybe this weekend, and I will get this sandblasted, and then if I have time, I'll bring my powders up to his house, and then I can powder coat the valve cover, just get that all done. I will need the pulley system here. I am not putting a fan on it, a clutch fan, because I will not have room, so I'm gonna run just electric fan system. So, but I still need the pulley system for the serpentine belt to go on there. So that's kind of the plan with that. But man, it is coming along. It's looking really good. I did, for the fuel rack, we already talked about that previously, but got that on there. One other thing too that I did is this fuel line here. This is the return line. I did have to bend it certain ways, and we did get it, you know, close enough to be good. The fuel lines here off of the old system, I may try to bend them myself to save 500 bucks. That's what it is, 500 bucks for new P-pump lines for the 24 valves. It's pretty much 500 bucks, 400 bucks. That would be huge savings if I could save the money, bend it myself. It won't look the prettiest, but I don't know that I really care at this point, and it may get it running, and then later on when I have, you know, either come across a killer deal or you know, have the 500 bucks that I want to spend towards that, then drop the dough. But that's not really the way I operate, so probably wait. So yeah, that's kind of it. I will be able to put the vacuum pump on and then stick the oil feed line to the to the P-pump. But very happy that I was able to save, you know, 100 bucks for the bracketing system, and I made it myself, and it took, you know, 30 minutes or so, and that just worked out super great. I used cardboard to mock up how I wanted it, and then translated that over to the steel that I had, and it turned out just right on. So anyways, that will do it for this video, guys. I am super excited. I am so close to just ripping the Jeep apart and getting started, but I want to wait because I still drive that. I daily drive it when I'm not taking my F350, which, let's just be honest here, got the flags flying because America, right on. So I have been driving the truck a little bit, but I mainly drive the Jeep. It's nice, it's quick, easy to roll in and out of places real quick. If I'm going to the gym, I don't have to worry about parking, stuff like that. So, but I am, once I get this, the timing cover on, which is over there, once I get the timing cover on, everything on the oil pan, everything, then I will pull the engine out of that and start the mock-up process. It's very simple because of how it is. I should be able to just pretty much not have to move the engine a ton on the hoist and just kind of roll the Jeep in and forward during the fitting process. And I'll have to clean up all this junk, which I clean it up, and then like it's so small of an area that within a week it's packed with stuff again. So anyways, that will probably do it for now. Leave a comment below if you you know, have any questions or any ideas of better ways to do some of this stuff. If you have ever swapped a 6BT or even a 4BT into a YJ Jeep or any kind of Jeep, feel free to drop some comments below and tell me what y'all guys used for mounting the motor mounts to the frame. Like, I've got a couple options that I've looked. One option is for a 4BT. I've not found many that are for the 6BT. It's just not a common swap because it's so big of an engine. But anyways, I've got an option for that. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all kinds of feedback. Give this video a thumbs up. And we are, as of this video, right at about to be 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And I just want to say thank you very much for your support. And let's continue to get this channel to grow. And I will catch you guys in the next upload. I'm out.